What shape is a polygon? A polygon is a figure with many sides. Those that do not fall into that category are not polygons. The polygons are figures 2 and 3. Those that are not polygons are therefore 1 and 4. 1 and 4 is represented by option B. So the answer is option B. What is used to measure the size of an angle? Our first option is compass. A pair of compass is an instrument with a sharp metal point on one side and a facility for accommodating a pencil on the other side. It is used in drawing circles. All students should be familiar with a ruler. A ruler cannot be used to measure angles. That's your divider. A divider is similar to a pair of compass, but it has two metal points. It is used to draw a circle on a tough surface like board, or to cut out a circle from paper. Most protractors are in the shape of a semicircle, although there are some that are in the shape of a circle. A protractor is used to measure angles. The correct answer is option C. What type of angle measures 90 degrees? Although the problem does not require all of the different types of angles, let us revise them in order to keep them fresh in our minds. The correct option is A. 90 degrees represents a right angle. Angles on a straight line is equal to 180 degrees. Any angle between 90 degrees and 180 degrees is an obtuse angle. An angle greater than 180 degrees and less than 360 degrees is a reflex angle. What type of triangle has all sides equal? For a triangle to be right angled, it has to have one of its angles being equal to 90 degrees. So option A is not correct. The triangle that has all sides equal is called equilateral. Option B is correct. The angles in an equilateral triangle are all equal and the size of each is 60 degrees. A scalene triangle has all sides different in length. Therefore, all of the angles of a scalene triangle are different in size. An isosceles triangle has only two sides equal in length. Two of the angles in an isosceles triangle are also equal. What type of angle is shown in the diagram? Let us compare the given angle with our system that we have developed, that is our angle cycle. So we can call it our angle cycle. Look at that. Isn't that exactly what we have up there? Yes, it is what we have here. However, it is somewhat rotated. But of course, we can identify that it is the exact same angle. So that angle is what? A right angle, and that is represented by option C. So let us finish the cycle revising the other angles. So we have our angle on a straight line, and of course between 90 and 180 we have our obtuse region. An angle greater than 180 degrees and less than 360 is a reflex angle. Which of the shapes is a quadrilateral? A quadrilateral is a four-sided figure. Do not forget that the prefix quad has to do with four, as in quadruped, four-legged creature, and quadruplet, four children born at one birth. All we have to do is count the number of sides each figure has. The one with 4 is the correct answer, so the one with 4 is the quadrilateral. So our first figure, let us start. 2, 3, 4, 5. That's not it. A has 5 sides. A figure with 5 sides is called a pentagon. The prefix pen has to do with 5, as in pentagram, a star with 5 points, and Pentateuch, the first 5 books of the Bible. 1, we are going, of course, at option B. 1, 2, 3, 4. B is the one with 4 sides, and it is our answer. And C, we have 1, 2, 3 sides. So C is a triangle. All students should know that a 3-sided figure is a triangle. And of course we have that 1, 2 sides, 3 sides, 4 sides, 5 sides. D has 5 sides and is also a pentagon. Although it is impossible to judge it perfectly with the naked eye, all of the sides of D seem to be equal. It can therefore be considered to be a regular pentagon. In regular figures, all of the angles are equal also. The line AB can be best described as a radius, a chord, a circumference, or an arc. Which one? Considering option A, a radius is a line that goes from the center of the circle to the circumference. But where does AB travel? The line AB does not do that. AB goes from one point on the circumference to the other, so it is not a radius. A chord is a line that goes from one point on the circumference of a circle to another point on the circumference. Although AB has another classification, so AB can be classified as a diameter because it goes from one point on the circumference to another point on the circumference, and it goes through the center. That line is a diameter. It still meets the requirement of a chord, and option B is correct because a chord will go from one point on the circumference to another point on the circumference. A circumference is the entire distance around a circle. An arc is a fraction of the circumference. It is a portion of a circle between any 2 points on its circumference. So, an arc would be like this portion that goes right from A to C along the circumference. So that is an arc. which angles are greater than a right angle? So let us use our angle cycle in order to find the size of a right angle. If we need to know or to determine the angles that are greater than a right angle, then we should make sure that we know and we have it right engraved in our minds exactly what a right angle looks like. And of course we should know that, but let us make use of our angle cycle. Which of the angles are greater than the angle indicated? Of course, here we have our right angle. We need to know those that are greater than right angle. So let us see which ones are greater than this one. Angle number 3 is exactly the same size as a right angle. It is therefore not greater than a right angle. Angle number 1 is greater than a right angle. As a matter of fact, its size places it in the obtuse region. Angle number 4 seems to be very much smaller than a right angle. Look at it right there. It seems to be somewhat less than a right angle, is it? However, the arc and arrows that indicate the angle are on the outside, showing that the angle is actually reflex. So notice that we go with the arrow stuff right here on the outside. So this angle is not this little one that is inside here, is a big one that is all the way around here, which of course is greater than a right angle. So the correct answers are what? 1 and 4. And that is represented by option D. What shape is this one? The figure is a special quadrilateral. The single mark on each side shows that all of the sides are equal. This special shape is called a rhombus. Option B is correct. A square has all sides equal also, but in a square, all angles have to be equal also. The size of each angle in a square is 90 degrees, while in a rhombus, only opposite angles are equal. A rectangle is a quadrilateral in which opposite sides are equal and all angles are equal to 90 degrees. This description causes a square to be classified as a rectangle also. A triangle is a three-sided figure, and there is no way our figure resembles one. So there is no way that the figure that we have there represents or resembles a triangle. So which shape has no line of symmetry? A regular figure is one with all sides equal. All regular shapes have lines of symmetry. C and D are excluded because they are regular shapes. Right? C is an equilateral triangle and D is a regular pentagon. So those are regular shapes, so they have lines of symmetry. So those are immediately eliminated. A circle is said to have infinitely many lines of symmetry. So the answer is not B. A is a scalene triangle without equal sides and angles. A line of symmetry divides a figure into two halves that are mirror images of each other. It is impossible to draw such a line through figure A. The correct answer is therefore option A. It has no line of symmetry. Which triangle is not congruent with the others? Congruence is a term that we use to describe equality in all respects. So, just by taking a glance at each triangle, it should not be difficult to see that A is the one that does not appear to be the same as the others. It is therefore the odd one out, and the correct answer is option A. It is not congruent with the others. What is the size of the angle R in the parallelogram? The question states that the figure is a parallelogram. A parallelogram is any quadrilateral with opposite sides equal in length. The equality in length of opposite sides causes them to be parallel also. The sides equal in length are marked in the same way. So this and this, they are equal in length, so we have one dash here and another. We have a single dash on the other side. So these sides are equal in length. These are marked with two dashes. Therefore, these sides are equal in length. The opposite angles of any parallelogram are equal to each other. That means this one is opposite to this one, so these two are equal. The angle opposite to R is 120 degrees. Therefore, R is also the same size. The answer, therefore, is option B. Because R and P are opposite, and P is 120 degrees, opposite angles of a parallelogram are equal. Therefore, P and R are equal angles. The correct answer is option B. In the diagram, the angle RPT is 125 degrees, and of course it is indicated in the diagram. What is the size of the angle TPQ? Let us trace the angle TPQ in order to determine the angle in question. So let us trace that one. Look very keenly, Jerry Lewis, else you will not see this one either. So watch this angle. That is our angle, and of course we can mark that angle. So let us mark that angle TPQ. There we have our mark. The two angles complete a set of angles on a straight line. The term used for those angles is supplementary because they add to give 180 degrees. To find TPQ, we subtract 125 degrees from 180 degrees. Our answer is 55 degrees, and that is represented by option D. What is the size of the angle A? The angles in a triangle add to give 180 degrees. The angle B is a right angle, and its size is therefore 90 degrees. So let us take this angle from 180 degrees. So we can just eliminate angle B from our problem. But it is also inside of that triangle. It is 90 degrees. So let us take that 90 degrees angle from the total angles in the triangle. Total angles in the triangle, 180 degrees. B is 90. Take out 90. And we have 90 left. The sum of the two remaining angles is 90 degrees. One of the angles is 35 degrees. To find the angle A, we need to subtract 35 degrees from 90 degrees. Our answer is 55 degrees. And that is represented by option D. What expression is true? The sign that we have right there means greater than. Dividing 55 by 5, the result is 11. The answer is equal, not greater than 11. Option A is therefore incorrect. That answer is not true because 55 divided by 5 is actually 11. That is not a number that is greater than 11. Option B is similar to option A. We have a sign that goes in the opposite direction. So we have the less than sign. The result of dividing 55 by 5 is equal to 11 and not less than 11. So option B is not correct. As we have stated twice before, the result of dividing 55 by 5 is equal to 11. Option C is therefore correct. And finally, option D, this option says that the result of dividing 55 by 5 is not equal to 11. And we have stated on 3 previous occasions that the result of dividing 55 by 5 is 11. And this statement is saying that it is not 11. Therefore, option D is not true. If y plus 23 is equal to 60, what is y? So y plus 23 is equal to 60. We need to find the value of y. 23 is added to it on the left hand side. We therefore need to subtract 23 from that side in order that y may remain all by itself. So we need to eliminate that 23 from the left hand side. In order to eliminate that 23, notice that it is added, so we are going to subtract 23 from the left hand side. We have an equation. So if we have an equation, what we do to one side, we need to do to the other side. So we subtract 23 from both sides. Now the 23 is going to be eliminated totally from the left hand side. And the net effect is that 23 is subtracted from the right hand side. So y is equal to 60 minus 23, and of course that one is equal to 37. 37 is option D. There we have it. If 8 plus h is equal to 28, what is h? Whenever a number is not preceded by a sign, the sign that we assume is positive, or plus sign, or the addition sign. We may therefore write the 8 to the right of h with a positive sign preceding it. All we are saying is that instead of having 8 plus h equal 28, we are going to be correct in saying h plus 8 is equal to 28. That's all there is to it. And of course, over and over again, if that is what it takes for every single student to know how to approach the solution of an equation, we are going to say it over and over again. We need to find the value of h. 8 is added to h on the left hand side. So we need to do the opposite of addition in order to get rid of that 8. So we are going to subtract 8 from the left hand side. Of course, the expression is an equation. So what we do to one side, we have to do it to the other side. So we are going to end up subtracting 8 from both sides. Because we have this what? A positive 8 here minus 8. The 8 will be eliminated from the left hand side. And the net effect is that h will be subtracted from the right. So h is equal to 20, and that is represented by option C. There we go. If r minus 20 is equal to 20, what is r? Now by now Jerry Lewis should be able to tell me how to approach that question, and I'm waiting. Tell me what to do. Good. Better. Best. Okay. That's it, Jerry. We have 20 being subtracted from R right here. And we need to make R the subject, meaning R should be the only thing that remains on the left hand side. So because we are subtracting 20 here, we have to do the opposite of subtracting 20. So we are going to be what? Adding 20 to both sides. When we add 20 to both sides, the net effect is that what? The 20 is eliminated from the left hand side and the 20 is going to be added on the right hand side. So we have what? Negative 20 plus 20. These are what we call additive inverses. Because when we add them, the result is 0. And especially as it pertains to the solution of equations, they eliminate each other. So we're going to add 20 to both sides, and the 20 will be eliminated from the left hand side. So 20 plus 20 on the right hand side. So R is equal to 20 plus 20. So R is equal to 40, and that is represented by option A. If J minus 20 is equal to 21, which expression could be used to find J? And Jerry has already told me the answer. Next time I'll get a microphone for Jerry so his voice can go into the computer program. So J minus 10, what are we going to do? Let us see if we can use some of the terms that we have used already. We are going to apply the additive inverse of negative 10, or the additive inverse of subtracting 10 from the left hand side. So what's that additive inverse? That additive inverse is a positive 10 or plus 10. So we're going to add 10 to the left hand side. That will take care of the 10 that is on the left hand side, and it will be eliminated completely. But the expression is an equation, so what we do to one side, we have to do that to the other side also. So we're going to add 10 to both sides. There we have it, and negative 10, positive 10, those numbers are what we call, Jerry, additive inverses, and they will be eliminated from the left hand side. So we have 21 plus 10 on the right hand side, and of course, according to what we have in the option here, no simplification of the right hand side is required, so we may just leave it the right hand side as it is. However, the left hand side, the negative 10 and the positive 10 are additive inverses, and they will eliminate each other. The correct option is option B. The product of m and 3 is 36. What is m? What does the word product mean? The word product means, come on Jerry, right, the word product tells us that it is the result of multiplication. Product is the result of multiplication. This means that m multiplied by 3 equals 36. This may be written in an equation. What do we do now, Jerry? Don't be one-track minded telling me to add and subtract again, because on this side we have 3m. So 3m means what? 3 multiplied by m. And if we are multiplying here, how do we eliminate the 3? What is the opposite of multiplication? Division. Right. Therefore, we are going to divide by 3 on the left-hand side. And what else? Because it's an equation, we need to divide by 3 on the other side also. So 3 divided by 3. Why are we dividing by 3, Jerry? Yes, because the m is multiplied by 3 on the left-hand side. Therefore, we have to do the reverse or the inverse of multiplying by 3. in order to eliminate the 3 from the left-hand side. So we need to divide by 3. But we need to divide by 3 also on the right-hand side in order that the equation may be balanced. The 3 is eliminated from the left-hand side, and the effect is that the right-hand side is divided by 3. Notice here that what? This 3 will be divided by this 3. They can cancel each other, and we have m is equal to 36 divided by 3. And what is 36 divided by 3, Jerry? If you do not know your multiplication table, m is equal to 36 divided by 3, and 36 divided by 3 is equal to 12. The correct answer is option C. And you have been very alert in this session, Jerry, and I hope that in practice paper 3 and also for the remaining section of practice paper 2, you'll be equally as alert and be of great help to me.